That's another thing that we have got duped on, is caring too much about the numbers on the label, right? That's more of a safety issue than it is a value issue. But you've been taught to value it and see it for what it's really not. It's a safety issue. It's a legal issue. They have to put that stuff on there for danger purposes, which is why a lot of supplements carry a warning label. No, mine doesn't, because it's food. There's no weird jacked up ratios. There's nothing extra that shouldn't be there in abnormal forms. That's why there's no risk. That's one of the first criteria that should be on the list, is how risky is it for me to take? If it carries a warning label, maybe that should just put it right out of the running right off the bat. This is what you're looking for. Big difference. Does anybody know the difference between the USP label and the food label? Nobody? At all? Okay, that's fine. Cool. This is the only slide we talked about today, and we left after 5 minutes. You're brilliant. So USP label over here, it lists all those things out. And again, there's the iron, calcium, but then I have to dig and figure out what kind it is. And it's always, if it has this type of label, it's almost always a two-worder. Almost always, right? Because it's not from food source. It's a chemically processed rock, eating rocks. Yum, yum. It'll tell you what type of vitamin C it is, right? Ascorbic acid. We'll talk about that in a second. That's not the right kind. That's the synthetic version of vitamin C. So, but as the average consumer, it's got vitamin C in it. 100% of my daily value. It's good. So it's on sale. Buy two, right? They know this is how people think, and they catch us all the time. But I can scan any label using the cheat sheets, and I can find synthetic or non-synthetic, real mineral or fake chemically processed mineral. The cheat sheets you have in your hand are powerful. What I want to see on a label, I want to see things like fruit juice, vegetable powder, apple, cranberry. I want to see those words. Orange, beet, carrots, cherries. That's what I'm not eating every day. And I know, because this is what I buy and what I consume every day and have been for a long time and will indefinitely, I know where this stuff comes from because I've done my research. And the company has a reputation for letting you know right up front where it comes from. It's grown in a soil where we have healthy practices agriculturally, so we dump plenty back in. So whatever we're growing and creating, we bypass the whole soil demineralization thing. So now, consumer, you know you have gaps and cracks in your diet, and you have to have an insurance plan to fill those gaps and cracks conveniently and easily. There you go. It's food. How cool is that? Look at it this way as well. It talks about food. It names foods. On a lot of stuff that people are buying and honestly shouldn't be, there's not a food mentioned. So let's go back again. We know we have these gaps and cracks in our diet. Nobody's perfect, and we all want to live well. We want X. We want the outcome. We have to fill those gaps and cracks. What do you guys want? You want food in some form that's easy and convenient. Is that true? Right? But what are you buying? The exact opposite. So massive manipulation of the variables that influence X. And we wonder why we're sick. We don't have energy. We're aging poorly or fast. We're developing chronic conditions, itis this, itis that. We're just doing it wrong. Okay, that's a big takeaway. If that's all you learn from this, and you start looking for things food label-wise, good. You're moving in the right direction. There's a lot of variables to supplement label decoding, to food label decoding. And you want to know as many of the variables as possible and consider them all to be well. That's our outcome. And all these factors go into whether you're going to have that outcome or not. All those cheat sheets are variables, and there's a whole lot more. But I'm basically kind of giving you like the keys to the kingdom. I'm giving you the formula for creating what you want, or at least a good chunk of it.